But we begin. But we begin with President Trump suggesting 6 Democratic lawmakers.
All right, so this is an interesting thing. This is an interesting thing that we got going on here. So is what he's saying true here? Should he consider it seditious? That's kind of the $1 million question. So we're gonna find out. Let's see what this has to say about it. I don't know that LawTube Sean has covered this, and I'm trying to kind of see if we can get LawTube Sean to cover this. We'll see. I'm gonna get some names around here. So let's see what this is.
Begin with President Trump suggesting 6 Democratic lawmakers are guilty of, quote, seditious behavior punishable by death. We have CBS News team coverage on this. Willie James Inman is at the White House. Nicole Killian is on Capitol Hill. Willie, let's start with you. What are we hearing from the White House about this post?
Well, this was certainly a moment that rattled Washington earlier today. The president posting several times after this video was posted and reported on with these Democratic members who were either intelligence officers or served in the military, essentially laid out their concerns about military officials and stressing that those military officials are government officials, if they're an intelligence official, for example, don't have to follow orders that are unlawful. Now, the White House is responding. You had the president responding, saying that this is seditious behavior punishable by death, also calling them traitors and for them to lock them up and having a question mark there on his social media statement. But the press secretary had this to say earlier today as well. Listen.
The president and the vice president, for that matter, have accused the other side of encouraging political violence. Isn't that exactly what the president is doing when he says that members of Congress should be killed?
Why aren't you talking about what these members of Congress are doing to encourage and incite violence? They are literally saying to 1.3 million active duty service members not to defy the chain of command, not to follow lawful orders.
Actually,
every single
you can refuse an illegal order, which
but
is
they're suggesting, Nancy, that the president has given illegal orders, which he has not.
And Leavitt also added, when she was asked if the president was calling for the execution of these members of Congress, she said no. So it's important to point that out. But still, nonetheless, the president sharing multiple messages from other individuals on Truth Social, calling about for violence against some of these members of Congress. And then the president himself having these messages to say seditious behavior and punishable by death. Of course, there has been a range of responses on Capitol Hill, but this one coming from the White House today after the president's comments on social media, Lindsay.
Willie James Inman, thank you. CBS News congressional correspondent Nicole Killian joins us now. Nicole, what kind of reaction are we seeing on Capitol Hill?
Well, there is certainly outrage on the part of Democrats who feel that this is certainly ratcheting up tensions and potentially even directing violence at members of Congress, which the Democratic leaders, both Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, condemned. Take a listen to what Leader Schumer told reporters a short time ago.
I have never seen a president or heard of a president who has done more to encourage political violence. I have asked the Capitol Police to give special protection and keep an eye on Slotkin and Kelly as well, because you got to worry after the president says these things.
Have you gotten any specific threats, sir?
Not that I'm aware of.
So obviously the leader there saying he's not aware of any threats against him, but as you heard him also there say, he did call for extra protection for these members of Congress, because keep in mind this comes in such a heightened environment that we are in, where we have seen an increase in political violence against the president, against members of Congress. U.S. Capitol Police has said that they are on track to see well over 14,000 potential threats against members this year alone. That would be the highest potentially that we have ever seen. And of course, keep in mind with someone like Senator Mark Kelly, his wife Gabby Giffords, no stranger to political violence after being shot at a town hall more than a decade ago. So this hits close to home for a lot of lawmakers, which is why they're quite concerned about the president's comments. That being said, Speaker Mike Johnson told reporters a short time ago these aren't the words he would necessarily use, but he did feel that that video by Democratic lawmakers was out of line.
CBS News has also learned the Justice Department is questioning the handling of the investigation into California Senator Adam Schiff. Schiff is under investigation for alleged mortgage fraud. He has denied wrongdoing and has not been charged with any crime. What are we learning?
Yeah, well, we are learning now that there may be an investigation into the investigation, if you will, or the investigators in terms of how this probe into Adam Schiff is being handled. We have learned that woman, actually a congressional candidate in California, who kind of tipped off authorities to what she claims may be alleged mortgage fraud on the part of Adam Schiff, says that she was contacted by investigators recently, but rather than asking about Schiff, they were inquiring more about the investigators, in this case, Bill Pulte, who heads a federal housing agency that has been at the forefront of leading some of these charges against other Democratic members, most recently referring a case to the Justice Department involving Eric Swalwell, the California Congressman, as well as Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York. So we tried to approach Senator Schiff today for comment, but he declined to do so.
Nicole Killian, thank you.
It's hard to say whether it might just be a matter of time.
Jack Doherty could be in massive legal risk now that he's been hit with crimes in Miami, and more liability could come down.
I don't really care about this guy. What I am definitely interested in hearing more about is this WWE wrestler murdered. Let's see what's going on here.
Authorities say happened versus what the suspects say happened. But it may be what the victim allegedly said right before he died that may decide this whole case. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. By the way, before we get into this more, I got to ask something. It just happened to me the other day. Have you ever been in a meeting and at the end of it, after 30 minutes, after an hour, you say to yourself, what do we just talk about for that? Like, what do we decide? If so, if you're like me, I got to tell you about this, okay? The Plaude NoPen. This tiny AI-powered device, it is more than just a recorder. It is like a hands-free AI secretary that you can carry with you every day. So whether it's meetings, interviews, brainstorms, the NoPen doesn't just catch everything. It also identifies key points. It expands into summaries. It delivers role-specific action items to keep your whole team aligned. And the best feature, I think, ask Plaude. Because instead of going through all these hours of notes, you can ask it to hunt for answers. Like, hey, Plaude, what hot trials did we talk about covering next year? And Plaude will pull up that conversation. So if you're over messy notes, it's time to try Plaude NoPen right now. You can get 20% off with code SIDEBAR20. Just click the link below or scan the QR code. Former WWE NXT superstar Knuckles Madsen was shot to death over the summer. He was found along Highway 12 in Benton County, Arkansas. This is back on July 11th, suffering from a gunshot wound to the stomach. He was rushed to the hospital, but he died. The 41-year-old professional wrestler, real name Kevin Nickel, wrestled in the WWE NXT between 2012 and 2013. This is kind of like a training ground for the performers before they fully make their way to the main stage of the WWE roster. From there, he wrestled in Ozark Mountain Wrestling under the name Ivan Warsaw, apparently owned it. This was a horrible, horrible situation with no arrests for quite some time, leaving his 8-year-old son without a father. But now, the U.S. Marshal Service announced 2 people have been arrested. So while the Benton County Sheriff's Office took the lead in this case, it was the United States Marshal Service that was brought in for the warrants. The warrants of Michael Hogue, 51 years old. He was arrested in Fort Smith, and 40-year-old Amanda Penny, arrested in Rogers. Hogue facing a first-degree murder charge, Penny facing accomplice to first-degree murder, and they both face firearm possession charges. Now, do you know who Penny is? Penny is Kevin's ex-wife. And Kevin was killed, get this, 3 days after their divorce was finalized. They were married for reportedly 13 years, even apparently high school sweethearts. They met in 2010, got married in 2012. Hogue is apparently, by the way, Penny's new boyfriend, and authorities think he's the trigger man, so hence the slight disparity in the charges, and we're going to talk about them. But when it came to their divorce, Kevin's mom, Susan Kinderman, told 5 News that Penny was Kevin's first friend in high school. They got married, they were happy, but then they probably grew apart. As for Hogue, Kinderman said she doesn't know a lot about him, and by the sound of it, she has no interest in knowing more. Now, Hogue was granted $750,000 in bail, Penny $500,000, and through the statements of the prosecuting attorney here and a probable cause affidavit, we are getting a lot more details about what authorities allege that led up to the shooting, what happened in the shooting, how it may have all went down, what evidence they have against these 2. And let me say this, there is one piece of potential evidence that you almost never get, a dying declaration from the victim, an alleged dying declaration from the victim. Oh, and by the way, there is something about Penny that is happening right now that I gotta say, honestly, I don't know how they can prosecute her right now. Let's talk about it. All right, let me bring on John Phillips right now, victims' rights lawyer, to get to the bottom of all this. So, John, thanks for coming on. I want to start with the charges. Why the difference here, right? Why is Hogue charged with murder and Penny as an accomplice? The prosecuting attorney, Josh Robinson, said the charge is functionally the same. In Arkansas, it's a distinction without a difference. A person is always subject to accomplice liability, whether they're charged with it specifically or not. And the classification for the crime and the punishment is exactly the same as a primary. The affidavit indicates that the evidence shows that Michael is the one who pulled the trigger and that Amanda would have been working in concert with him when that crime was committed. Why the difference there?
You know, prosecutors have indicated, investigators, that it's a distinction without a difference. But generally what you're looking for first and who gets charged, you know, the highest when you're dealing with an in-concert crime is the trigger person, the person who actually did the shooting, the stabbing, the killing. And then the co-conspirator kind of tucks under that person. And so I would assume here that Michael Hogue was kind of the main murderer, right, for lack of a better way to put it. And the ex-spouse, Amanda Perry, would have been, you know, kind of conspiring with him to kill her very recent ex-husband.
Yeah, and you know, I'll say I've said this in every case, allegedly, but really allegedly here because I am very interested in what the defense is and what their narrative of it is. But you're right. So when it comes to bail, prosecuting attorney Robinson indicated that the reason you see such high bail amounts, it wasn't just the strength of the case that was a factor and the potential punishment, so the risk of flight, but both of these individuals are apparently habitual offenders, have criminal histories, and Hogue has a particular past of violent activity. But here's the shocker, John. Came out in court yesterday. Apparently, Penny is 7 months pregnant under the care of a doctor outside the Benton County Jail. How does this work? If you're pregnant in jail, going to be prosecuted, is there a delay? It seems not to have an effect on the bail analysis. It's still a high bail, $500,000.
For sure. You know, usually you waive speedy trial when you're, you know, 7 months pregnant. It kind of depends on the attorneys and how they want their client to present. Here, I want as far away from that pregnancy as possible because it adds additional motive. It adds additional, well, okay, so, now you've got this new family starting, very dysfunctional, but new family starting. And it's unusual in these cases. First of all, I'm so tired of seeing divorce murders, right? Like it happens so often now. I mean, it's always happened, but just the reporting of these high profile crimes where a couple's divorcing and it ends in murder. I think somebody said along the way that divorce ends two ways, in separation or death. But yeah, you certainly have grounds for a continuance for a few months for her to get, the baby born and in a good state. But again, that baby's going to be born in hospital facilities.
And maybe given to the family or the state services. But if it's not continued and she's in jail, I assume she gets certain services while awaiting trial. It's kind of unbelievable to be thinking about, but I guess that's the reality. There is something else I wanted your opinion on. So there's a lot more details I want to talk about, but I'm just curious what you make of this statement. So while both Hogue and Penny's next court dates are set for January 5th, 2026, Prosecutor Robinson said, quote, "My office will be doing a more thorough review of the file to make a formal charging decision. We always want to make sure that we have as much information as possible, so we're making the most informed decision. That's part of the reason the investigation took a while in the case was because of the thoroughness of the investigation, waiting on autopsy results and different search warrants and things like that." What does that mean to you?
I'm not quite sure. You and I are used to analyzing cases all over the country, and sometimes it's hard to compare apples to grapefruit. And we're talking about a fairly small town in Arkansas with what has become a fairly high-profile murder case because of the decedent's affiliation with professional wrestling. Right? He was a celebrity. And so a lot of times, and I hate to use the word podunk, but I'm going to go ahead and do it because I'm from the South and I'm allowed, you have fairly small-town prosecutors that are thrown into the limelight and realize, not only is my case going to be reported, but any mistakes I make are going to be reported too. So, and the trial. And so you want to extremely button up and make sure you're doing your best effort when the world is essentially watching.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting if the charges are upgraded or modified in some way, what that's going to look like, what they'll be formalized to be. But I want to get into these two different narratives here, what a potential defense is. So this is from reporting by Northwest Arkansas Democrat Gazette. And there are also more details from a probable cause affidavit that's part of this case. So on the day of the shooting, Kevin reported to a sheriff's deputy that Hogue had been around his son, that this is apparently a violation of the divorce decree that he had with Penny. And actually, according to Nickel, the child can't be around somebody who has criminal convictions or pending criminal cases. This was his apparent objection to Hogue being around. And one of the reasons that he reported this to the deputy, or allegedly reported this to the deputy, is because Kevin was concerned that Hogue would want to fight him over this later on that night. Penny apparently reports that Kevin had broken into their home, obstructed the security camera with spray paint, took some things, destroyed others, and then left. Now, this, John, is all the buildup to the shooting, and we will talk about the circumstances of the shooting because there's two competing narratives here. How do we make sense of that? And what do you make of those two different narratives? Can both things be true at once? Is one side telling the truth and the other's not? But you're seeing a buildup here.
You are seeing a buildup, which is another reason why I think this case got amplified. Is you have professional wrestling script coming to reality with tension. Hogue's head, he has like the classic head tattoo. You have the villain that you want here. And at the end of the day, the divorce court and the prosecutors and investigators will kind of figure out about security cameras. But again, even if, Knuckles Madsen was the bad guy and spray painting security cameras, you can't go murder him.
But this will all be part of a case, right? This is not going to be just about what happened on that highway. It's also going to be about everything that was leading up to it. So it's almost not a mini trial, but this is going to be maybe a larger trial than we imagined. It's going to be building up to what was going on.
Certainly. And some of it might be kept out via motion in limine. But, at the end of the day, it's pretty clear. You've got, most people want to tie a bow at the end of a divorce. Divorce is finalized. Everybody moves on. But here, the wrestler's spouse was impregnated. There was tensions with this criminal new boyfriend, and it intersected their other child's relationship. And so, there was tension. There's no question there was tension. I think there were some text messages. Normally that can be resolved, but it seems like you just had, out of the ordinary aggression, which led to a shooting.
This goes to intent, right? It goes to the circumstances of a potential self-defense case, because that's what I want to get into, right? Okay, so you fast forward a couple hours later, and there is this 911 call about the shooting. A deputy apparently saw Kevin, responds to the scene, apparently saw Kevin throw a revolver at the deputy's car. The deputy sees the gunshot wound. This is where Kevin allegedly told the deputy, this is big, told the deputy that it was Hogue who shot him. And it should be noted that the medical examiner would confirm that Kevin died from the gunshot wound to the abdomen. The testing on the gun that Kevin allegedly threw and the bullet taken out of his body did in fact show that the bullet was fired from the gun. John, isn't this what we call in the law a dying declaration, right? So normally, to have a statement from the victim, that would be hearsay. But what are we talking about? This seems to be a classic example of a dying declaration. Am I right? Explain to our viewers if I'm right and if that's and what that is.
Right, certainly. So hearsay has a bunch of different exceptions. Hearsay is the classic out-of-court statement that you usually keep out of court because it rings as true if it's brought into court.
And there's no way to verify it. There's
no way to verify
liability.
And particularly with a decedent. And so those words are often more protected because what somebody says, you just want to keep it out as secondary information. But a dying declaration, an excited utterance, certain types of things have hallmarks of truth and reliability that the courts let them in. And so you had a gap from the time that Nickel was shot in the abdomen to the time he dies, and he identifies what happened to him. And that has extra reliability. They'll piece it together with the scientific evidence, and I think it comes in.
And it all becomes down to whether or not the jury believes this deputy and whether the defense will probably say, are you sure that's what you heard? What was the state in which, Kevin said this to you? Was he mumbling? Did he seem coherent? Did he know what he was saying? And, they'll probably question whether or not he was telling the truth. And that's tough, right? Because I'm anticipating what the defense may argue. But they may say, and we'll get into what this potential self-defense argument is, they may say, you can't believe Kevin in that moment. He was putting the blame on Hogue. I will tell you, though, everything I just said is consistent with what Prosecutor Robinson had also said. He confirmed that there was an argument that led to the shooting, told 5 News, quote, after being shot, Mr. Nickel was able to obtain the firearm and go seek help from somebody driving down the road nearby. Unfortunately, he was not able to be saved, and confirmed that Kevin Nickel did actually admit that it was Hogue who did this to him. Allegedly did this to him. But now you go to the affidavit. So Hogue presented a different narrative to authorities about what happened. Maybe not surprising here. He alleged that he and Penny were driving when they see Kevin at the bottom of the hill at Beaver Shores Road in Arkansas 12. And that is where Hogue claims that Kevin pulled out a gun. They start fighting, the gun goes off, and after the shooting happens, he and Penny go back to their home. So you wonder, is this a case of self-defense now? According to the affidavit, there are messages between Kevin and Hogue where they are insulting each other and discussing meeting at, quote, the bottom of the hill. According to the affidavit, Penny supports this narrative and apparently told the deputy that she tried to step in and break up the fight, says both of them were covered in blood, that Kevin put his arm around her neck at one point. However, I will tell you that the affidavit notes that it didn't look like Penny had any visible injuries on her neck. Now, reportedly, she says that she saw Kevin walk away after the gun went off. It's also been alleged that Penny apparently called Kevin's mother, told her that Hogue shot him. Now, to be clear, she claims neither she nor Hogue ever brought a gun. There's an issue here, though. The affidavit notes that apparently investigators got video surveillance and they can see Kevin in this area walking around before the shooting. Their analysis is that he's walking around and he doesn't appear to have a gun in his hands. And the affidavit also notes that there were 2 baseball bats found near the scene. And by the way, Kevin and Penny's son confirmed that one of those bats was his. John, I knew I threw a lot of details at you, but the question becomes, is self-defense possible here?
I don't like self-defense here. You know, you've just got too many leaps that you have to take, because let's just say that they were meeting to fight. And that's knowing, right? You're intending to go to a fight with Knuckles Madsen, you know, Kevin Nickel. Meanwhile, that doesn't eliminate the possibility of self-defense if one person brings a gun to a bat fight, right? But there's no gun from Kevin's perspective. Either way you tie this, somebody shot their way out of a fight. And I just find it hard to believe that Amanda and Michael were just traveling down the road and stopped at this fight when they could have kept going, and it escalated and the person that they wanted dead is dead. It's just all too coincidental. And I think that's why prosecutors are kind of just holding on to determine what level of death is this, first degree, second degree, you know, what's going on.
But this also kind of explains why it took so long for there to be arrests here, right? I mean, it seemed like they really needed to do almost like a crime scene analysis, a reconstruction of the events that happened. And they might have believed that there was a struggle where the gun went off and, you know, this wasn't a case of murder. But it seems like the history, the messages, perhaps it's their accounts don't match up with other evidence where they think that this is a murder charge. But is it clear cut? Is it clear, you know, because if this is, I've seen other cases before where you know, the defendants are accused of luring someone out, open fire, the victim has no idea what's coming, comes out of nowhere. If they can establish that there was a struggle, there was a fight, this case could get a little bit more complicated.
I totally agree. And oftentimes I'm commenting on cases that I kind of predict the result. And so I can comfortably take more of a side. Here, I could argue either side. I've done criminal defense, I've done victims' rights, and I like the perspective that prosecutors have a little bit more here because of the nature of the history and the escalation. But like you said, the defense would simply characterize the victim, Kevin Nickel, as this hothead professional wrestler who was escalating. And so either way, we've just got to see how everything shakes out. And as a prosecutor, you know, you don't have to win them all, particularly in small towns, but you do have to give juries the right to hear the cases that are close or a crime. And so they're going to make their statements and do their thing, but it ultimately becomes, you know, a jury of the peers that decides whether this was, what level of crime this was, if it was one.
Well, it's being reported that these two defendants, their arraignments are scheduled for 8 a.m. January 5th. The judge ordered both of them not to have any contact with Kevin Nickel's family and the minor child in this case, which is not surprising here, right, John?
No, not surprising at all. My law partner does family law, and he loves family law. I love, and I don't mean it in a bad way, I love juicy wrongful death. Like it touches my heart to help families, and rarely do our worlds intersect. But in cases like this, they intersect, and it's just horrible, horrible circumstances when we just wish people could figure out their relationship issues without it ending in abuse, death, harm to children. Because at the end of the day, you've got a father that's dead, and you've got, you know, other parents that are facing the criminal justice system. And so there's just no winners.
You're right. There's no winners. There is a loss. It becomes the question of what is justice in this case, what happened in this case. But you mentioned family, right? So Kevin's mother, Susan Kinderman, told 5 News, quote, "I just hope that we have a lot of answers. I know that the justice system will work. Whatever penalty they get, I'm fine with. But instead of that, I want to make sure that we know exactly what happened and why. I would like to hear it from them. I don't know if I will, but I would rather hear from those two, and we'll just have to see how that comes out." By the way, John, it seems to me if this goes to trial, both of them would have to explain what happened. They would have to take the stand. They don't have to. You know, it's not mandatory. It's their decision. But to explain away what happened, I feel like them getting on the stand and trying to, you know, give their narrative about what happened is important for a jury to hear.
Exactly. You've especially since they have to confront, again, the reason it's hearsay that we were talking about is because Kevin is no longer able to say it in court himself. So it's got to come through a deputy. But to the extent they've got to confront the decedent, Kevin Nickel's statement about how this happened, they've got to address that. And I think you got to address it pretty head on.
Now, let me just end on this. This guy, Kevin Nickel, was beloved, okay? The Ozark Mountain Wrestling shared a tribute to Facebook on July 12th, mourned him, quote, "The shock of his loss is felt deeply by everyone who knew and loved him. He was an amazing friend and had a fierce love for his family, especially his beloved son." And Ozark Mountain Wrestling held a tribute show in Kevin's honor, July 19th in Rogers. The National Wrestling Alliance, the NWA Texas, released a statement saying NWA Texas is saddened to learn of the passing of Kevin Nickel, professionally known as Ivan Warsaw and Knuckles Madsen. His contributions to professional wrestling will never be forgotten. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and friends during this time. Rest in peace. And then you have a friend of his, Logan Pendergraft, who said, yeah, he was like my brother, said he was the best guy I ever knew. Family is obviously distraught and trying to make sense of what has happened here. John Phillips, thank you so much for taking the time. Good to see you.
My pleasure. Great to see you.
And that's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, please subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You can follow me on X or Instagram. I'm Jesse Weber. I'll speak to you next time.
To understand the Melungeon mystery, we need to go back to 1784 in the mountains of eastern Tennessee. A land surveyor named John Sevier was mapping the frontier when he encountered something that made him stop dead in his tracks. Living in log cabins along the ridges were families who looked like no one he'd ever seen. They had copper-colored skin, straight black hair, and European features.
Two arrests have officially been made in connection with the shooting death of former WWE NXT wrestler Knuckles Madsen. We are laying out
Okay, let's see what else we've got. I think all that we may have is mean copium. Where is meme? I don't know why it's not showing me. It's weird. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see what annoying crap is going on.
Hi guys, I'm back. I was talking with Beth from the bakery. If y'all know who she is, make sure you follow her. If you don't, look in my repost. You'll see her videos. She is awesome. This is Manolo's. If you want to find a way to support Manolo's, you can go to their website and order Tres Leches cake. And that goes to their workers because they're going to continue to pay their workers.
We got an announcement regarding the community member that was kidnapped by these pigs. So if y'all want to listen up for a second.
Okay, I ain't going nowhere.
This is the bakery that decided that they needed to close because of fights.
But people were at the court date today for Miguel Angel Garcia Martinez, a U.S. citizen, as he was traced and profiled by Border Patrol for recording and taking photos of them, which is within his right and completely legal to do. He was protecting his community and looking out for his community, and they detained him for multiple days for doing what's right. The good news is because of his family's courageous support and the supporters that showed up to court today, he will be released tonight. He has 2 young children. He is the sole provider for, and he gets to go home and hug and kiss his baby tonight. We're going to continue to show up for him throughout the process and for everyone detained by these things. Community keeps us safe and we keep us safe. Personas estuvieron en la fecha del juicio hoy para Miguel Ángel García Martínez, un ciudadano de los Estados Unidos, ya que fue perseguido y fusilado por la migra solo por grabar y tomar fotos de ellos. Eso es su derecho y completamente legal. Estaba protegiendo a su comunidad y cuidando de su comunidad y lo detuvieron por varios días por hacer lo correcto. La buena noticia es que debido al valiente apoyo de su familia y las personas que estaban en el corte, él será liberado esta noche. Su familia no puede estar aquí, pero ellos mandan amor a todos que están aquí luchando por ellos y por todo el mundo que está detenido. Él tiene 2 niños pequeños y hoy se van a reunir. Vamos a seguir luchando para él y para todos los detenidos. La comunidad nos mantiene seguros. ¡Chinga la migra y viva Miguel! ¡Chinga la migra! All right. Let's do something. When I say fuck, y'all say ice. Fuck! Ice! Fuck! Ice! All right. So I want to talk about what happened inside the, not inside, but outside the court.
I'm so sorry.
So,
no, you good?
They couldn't let us in because what had happened was they had told us that the court was full, but that court wasn't fucking full. They just didn't want to let us in that shit. Alright? So outside the court, there was this mother and her kids holding up signs saying free Miguel and all families should be together. There was no cuss words on the signs or nothing. It was nothing wrong. So the court officials, they were telling this lady, they were getting so aggressive for her to get up, and they were just finding ways to get us arrested and to get off of court property. But they forgot that that's our tax money that we're putting on that court. So they should let us be able and let these little kids to also speak up for what was happening inside that courtroom and outside of the courtroom and these streets as well. So fuck ICE, alright? So let me also say this shit in Spanish as well. So afuera de the court, sorry y'all. Alright, listen. So afuera del court, nosotros y una familia estaban protestando con sus letreros que decía que todas las familias tienen que mantenerse juntos. Y los oficiales del courtroom estaban muy agresivos con uno diciendo que lo levantaran. Y eso es un abuso de poder. del gobierno. So let's also be aware and be very vigilant what's going on. So once again, when I say fuck, y'all say aye. Fuck. Aye. Fuck. Aye. Fuck. Aye. All right. Can we also get some Spanish music so we can dance on behalf of Miguel because he's free and he doesn't pay all his babies.
Here we go. It's about to be up a party, y'all. Check us out. Get Gracie. Did Gracie see the car?
Right. Did you see the... Never mind.
Oh, I'll turn it back on. Serving their battery. Guys, we take the trash out in here. We are not a safe space for MAGA.
MAGA doesn't need a safe space. Liberals do.
You like my sign, Rain? Here we go. Community, this is what it's all about. We support our neighbors, we love our neighbors, and we're not gonna back down. This is our community, and these are our streets. I don't know who didn't tell him, but I'm not that tolerant left yet. I'm that, fuck around and find out. I am not tolerant of your shit. That's fine with me. Stop! People are behind me. Absolutely, thank you. We are loves. We just got the music going, everybody's starting to dance. It's just getting started, babes. I'll be here for about another 2 hours. is done through Beth. If you don't follow Beth, get on my repost. She's on there. It's Beth at the Bakery. She does this all for free. This right here is all hers. She gets the donations. She gets stuff from her home. She brings art supplies and stuff for people to make their own signs and everything. She is awesome. She is also a foster for unaccompanied minors. So she deserves like the utmost praise, period. She's amazing. You just made me think of my uncle.
Sent that. At all possible.
Hey, he was over here dancing, and I saw him out the corner of my eye, and I almost thought it was David. Because he had good leg, he was dancing. 2 more hours. Get something to eat. They didn't have anything out here tonight yet, so. Thank you, love. Thank you, guys. Sorry, I was talking to my husband about taking the girls to get something to eat. I think my little one's getting a little overstimulated. I missed them, but I still wanted to be here, so I brought them with me because this is awesome environment. Like, they've been sitting here playing video games. There's water, there's
No, your kids
snacks,
should not be
there's
there.
music. You know, we have Beth over here. She can keep an eye.
Sometimes go
You know,
down.
it's awesome. Look at that shirt. Stop Donald Trump. There we go. I'm gonna sit down for a minute. My back was getting tired. But here you'll be able to watch some of the cars that come through. Some awesome ones are gonna come through soon. And you can watch them dance and everything. Because this right through here is just gonna be where they're gonna be dancing here in just a little bit. Somebody get a picture of that. I didn't realize they were in front of me. Let the dinosaur's back. He was here the first night I came. We had a unicorn last night. no, that was stupid. Yep. Dinosaur! Oh Lord, that's rattling in my chest. Thank you, Sonny. Sorry if I sound squeaky. I had surgery on my tonsils like 2 weeks ago. I'm still recovering.
Hoy sí me olvidó traer una bolsa de basura. Ayer le estuve una aquí, perro. Mira tanta guirra que hay aquí.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I don't know who put them there. Oh, it's not good. Hi, Kay. Thank you. Woo. It is like booming out here, guys. Here, I'm gonna step forward so we can get a good view of the crowd. If y'all can see me right now, the energy is just so wild. I am smelling so hard and I'm like shaking. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna turn it around so y'all can see me. Yeah. Like, it is, wow. Yeah, here we are. And there's a drone. I'm shook. This is amazing.
It really isn't, but okay.
I want to move to Charlotte. I'm still in my house. I want to be in the city. I want to be around this all the time. Hey, there's a drone. They've been circling us all night. They've been circling us all night long.
Good.
Gente, démosle todos démosle me gusta, gente. Todos. Ya somos 500 personas, ¿ya vieron? Démosle me gusta, gente, démosle todos. Todas las personas dándole me gusta, everybody.
It is electric out here, guys. Hey, man, I gotta go talk to Dad. I'm shook.
Chad.
Everybody talking about it, but I gotta show her this. She's gonna stand where I was standing. Yeah, I'll flip it around so you can see. I just try to make sure I don't get in her private conversation over here.
I love you so much.
Are you leaving? Did I hear you say that?
I'm leaving, yeah.
Can y'all come with me? I want to show you something.
Okay.
Come with me. Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Stand right here. Okay? Stand right here.
Oh, chill out. Come here.
I don't want a Rockettes pick.
No. No, good. It's amazing. I'm just like, wow.
My husband? God.
No! It's amazing! The music is like thumping and everybody's screaming. It's awesome. Wait a minute. A lot of people just disappeared.
You're a TikToker, right? I'm too old for that. My kids are like, why don't you do TikTok? I'm like,
I was just saying it's powerful.
Yeah,
But
it's very
have you
fun.
noticed the drone circling all night long?
okay,
We are literally out here protesting people getting snatched off the streets, and you're flying a fucking drone without telling me, without telling us. So it is the
You have to tell you.
Who, by the way, aren't here anymore because Manolo gave my husband our property. My husband is the property manager, and we can kick them out of our parking lot. They can stand on the sidewalk because anybody can on the property, but we are not letting them park here unless we like them. Right? Yeah. Literally, that's Fox News over there, but not Sean Hannity Fox News. This is the local affiliate. Right. Like she's doing a story that will like film in Omaha. Yeah, the people that we heard earlier. That's her. She literally is so scared of me that she came up to me today and she's like, shut it up. So yeah, the drones are them because we won't let them be over here and film.
Well, they didn't need your permission to fly the drone. You don't own the skies. So I mean, if you don't want them standing on your property and doing it, then but you don't own the sky there. The FAA has where they're allowed to fly it.
But I know them all. They're pretty cool. But I don't know if they're like shrinking the vibe of the kids that are like, shit, that's a pastor. I was gonna swear. Like go back here. Oh my God, somebody's reading Yay Cock. Somebody's doing what? Somebody's reading my granddaughter's sign that says Yay Cock.
This whole thing just looks to me like it is an absolute waiting to happen.
Made Manolo that sign, and she's 6. And she wrote blue eyes, yay cock, because she spelled cake wrong. Yeah. I'm gonna picture that sign. Like, oh, dude, she made 2 of them. The other one's at her house, and I have pictures and video. So you have to be able to the ability to spell loud.
Teaching your children to say at that age.
I so God hope she's a lesbian. You need to start going live when you're here. You know what? People tell me that, but you get pierced. And you'll be ready to learn. That's what I'm doing. Are people hearing me cuss? Yeah. It's fine. My 6-year-old doesn't really love cock. Just want to put that out there. So many comments. They may not be able to hear you because I'm going to put it out this way. Because they ain't saying nothing. I've never went live before. Oh, really? Really? You should. Maybe I'll try it. Let me check in with my cohort and see, because he might leave, like, if he wants to leave, I got to pack up. I have to take the kids to get food. Dude! That's mine. That's nice. I don't know who's going to bring me an oven so I cook Thanksgiving out here. I left some chairs out here yesterday. Oh, you did? They're hold on.
Oh, here's some interesting news. House votes to overturn revision of
But these are the ones you left here last night. We took them.
It would have allowed senators to sue the federal government and all records are subpoenaed. It was a big uproar over that.
Nursing home, not like gonna die soon, but gonna die and you want to hang out with other olds, like assisted living. She wanted to bring her olds out here, and I'm like, I said, that was yesterday when it was really hot, and I'm like, it's really hot, like, if you guys die, I'm gonna feel really bad. I didn't say that, but I grabbed a bunch of chairs from inside Manolo's. I'm like, if they get here, they can't. You know what I have? What? I have the popped up kids for those.
You have the what?
The pop-up kids for those kids on shop.
I gotta tell him something.
Jeez, just the constant whistling. It would be hilarious if they're not going to violate some noise ordinance.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just now seeing it. Charlotte, North Carolina. Manolo's Bakery in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's on Central Avenue. In the chat who know where I am. If I'm not seeing the chat, y'all go ahead and answer. A lot of times I'm just holding it up, swaying back and forth, so y'all can see everything. Manolo's Bakery in Central Avenue, Charlotte, North Carolina. he gonna burn it up? No. Hell, I don't even know how they still have tires on the car. Whew. Lord, I don't know if I can stay here that long. Whew. It's so loud. Check this out. I gotta sit down now, but it's something to drink. But we'll watch right here so y'all can see the cars. Sorry, give me a second. My hand's a little shaky because I'm getting stuff out of my bag. Alright, I'm done. Thank you, thank you. It goes way down there. Thank you guys, y'all are awesome. If I'm not looking at the chat, I'm letting y'all look around up higher so y'all can have a better view. And I just can't see it. Thank you, Mel. I love you. You need to get here. I don't have a ride tomorrow, I'm just saying. This is Charlotte, North Carolina, Central Avenue. at Manolo's Bakery. It is so loud. I'm gonna let y'all look over here, guys. I don't know who it was, but somebody's getting down for half a second.
Share to your story, share to a friend, send us a link. I did it, bro. I finally remembered this time.
So, can you ask if somebody has a chant they want me to do?
Hey, does anyone have a chant you want Tommy to do?
I need some,
Tommy right
some
here.
material.
He wants to do a chant for someone. What you got? My little brother and I are here. We're protesting ICE, which is a
Did
field
we just
office.
see lightning,
They operate
y'all?
out
Look at
here.
the sky. Watch for it, tell me.
Yeah.
I think I saw something flash, but I wasn't sure.
Love it.
Not that there's a better one.
Greetings from Colombia. Heck yeah. So people don't even know that ICE is holding people in an admin building, and that's why we're here. It's this building right here, and then right here, right here is the detention gate. This is where they drive. You might see them come up. Lately, they've been waiting till we're done streaming and then showing up. But we'll see tonight what happens. And we're always encouraging ICE to quit their jobs because it's the best thing they can do for themselves, for their community, for the families that are splitting up, for their own family.
You know what happens with that much money?
He had a little bit
You have to take it from healthcare.
All right, guys. We're here.
I wonder if they got a speaker I could
Let's
borrow.
do it. Everyone do ICE go home twice in the chat. Let's get it started. You know how it starts. You've been here for months now. You know it. For weeks, for days. Everyone say ICE go home. Do it twice. Type it out twice.
Hi, Asher.
Go, go, go. There it is. Ireland, hey, how's it going? Say ICE go home 2 times. Now look down in the chat. Look how many people care. Don't get discouraged. Don't think that people don't care. Just look down in the chat. Those are your people.
Okay, it says first they came for the socialists. I did not speak out because I wasn't a socialist.
Respond to one person who says ICE go home and send them a heart. Show someone in the chat that you saw them say ICE go home. You saw that they said it. So type it out and then respond to someone. You're welcome. There it is. Hey, there it is. Look. Liberty said, showed some love. There we go. Love it. We love you too. Thank you. We're going to do an interview tonight. There's a local... Hey, bro. What do you think that is?
A dark SUV pulling right in front of us.
It's fine.
It's a DoorDash person.
We are going to do an interview with a local crew who is from the local college. who are doing a documentary. And listen, we're out here because not enough people know. Not enough people know that there are people being held overnight in Sacramento. It's wild. It's wild. We have protests in LA and Chicago and Portland. You guys know where. North Carolina, Charlotte, but not in Sacramento. And that's why we're out here. So that everybody knows. So share this to your story. Share it to your story, share it to a friend, push it out so that everyone knows. God, it's loud out here. It's awesome. Thank you, Guadalupe. Oh yeah, Daily. Someone said Daily Heart. That's right. Daily Heart right here. Drop one of those. It costs 1 cent. The Daily Heart, like little thing, so that the algorithm gets pushed out. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Hey, it is organic as hell. It's my little brother and I hanging out with each other. This is my little brother. That's Tommy. All it ever was me hanging out with him from the very beginning. Very beginning.
What was that, June? Just the two of us?
Yeah, just
there?
June. We've been at Howe and Arden for 5 months, 6 months. And then now we've been out here the last like month or so. About a month ago, we decided we'd be here every single day. Hey, Lindsay, what's up? Lindsay plays the flute. Dude, let's do it. Hey, Lindsay plays the flute for us when she's out here. So let's get W Lindsay in the chat. Everyone type W Lindsay. W Lindsay. Lindsay. There it is. Thank you. Thanks for being here. How was your guys' Thursday? How was your work? We're here at the detention gate in Sacramento, California. Yes, look at those potatoes. There it is. Hey, while we have a bunch of people in here, everyone drop potatoes in the chat. Oh wait, first, no, before the potatoes. Lucio, L-U-C-I-O. Say W Lucio in the chat. Lucio just gave their first gift ever. Dude, I will celebrate every time someone gives their first gift. Look, Tony, W Tony, first gift ever. Anytime somebody gives their first gift, does their first protest, makes their first sign, that is good shit. My sign says, guys, go home. Say W Lucio and W Tony. There it is, look at that, W Tony. I saw it. Thank you, Tony. The first time I ever gave on TikTok was during a protest. And no, what I care about is pushing it out to the algorithm. That's all I care about. Is that more people know this is happening in Sacramento. Because people don't know. Dude, I live in Sacramento and people don't know that there is an ICE field office here for one thing, and that they're holding people overnight in an office building. So that's all I care about. That's it. So come hang out with us. Come hang out with us. There it is. That's right, Sac Pride. That's right, Lindsay. All right, Disconnected just dropped a potato. Let's do it. Barbie dropped some potatoes. You guys, you see this, the music? Can you hear it? This is a classic civil rights song. So when we drop potatoes, it's because of O'Brien Goes Potatoes is my username. It's a shitty username. It's a bad one, but I never planned to be doing what I'm doing right now. And so we drop potatoes. Oh my God.
Mentira, Bambi, mentira que ha ido a ICE.
Look, Tommy's
W potato.
Tommy's mic'd up. We got the interview happening here right now. So Tommy's all mic'd up.
They're gonna hear my strange thoughts.
So yeah, anyway, when we drop potatoes in the chat, it reminds us that we're fed by each other. None of us got here on our own. And none of us stays here on our own. Your dad was in that building? Jesus. Thanks for being here with us. And got deported the next day? I'm sorry. That sucks. Look at those potatoes. Every time you see a potato throughout your day, and every time you see it on your phone because you put that emoji, remember that you're fed by other people. You don't exist alone. And then we feed each other. We protect each other. We take care of each other. 40% of the goddamn calories that made up my body were collected by undocumented immigrants. My neighbors. Good ass people who fed everybody I love. There it is.
Watch out, Tommy. It's part of that support. Sometimes you got to do a quick change of your batteries out here. Bro, since we have the same one, this is great. Yeah. Take them all out, Tommy. Take them out. Reload.
Drone. So Matt was telling me that they're actually, a lot of these right here are from the news. They're not allowing news that they don't like here. So no entertainment's on the other side.
There we go. You don't want to leave batteries hanging around. That's probably a good idea. Let's see if Tommy's thing works. Try it. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Check 1, 2, check. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Hey! Oh, no, it's like... Here, I'll give you my batteries. Hey, sorry guys, we're trading out some batteries real quick. Yeah, thank you for showing up. Tommy, here. Take all the batteries out of here. Give me that.
No, but I wish it was me. I wish it was me. God, I wish I could make from that. Oh wow, thank you so much. Thought of that. Thank you.
But somebody commented and said, we paid for them. We get to decide whether or not they get to use them.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I lost my lighter.
Oh, well, crap.
It's here somewhere. I just don't know where I set it. Do y'all feel better?
Inspired the hell out of us. They're the reason Tommy and I are here. Absolutely. We've been at Howe and Arden for the last like 5 or 6 months, so we're going to talk about that.
Y'all are amazing, guys. I'm gonna hand y'all off to my husband and give my hand a break. So he won't be watching the chat because he's just not going to. I've got mods in here. Mods, we take out the trash. I will say this very clearly: we do not allow MAGA in here. You post dumb shit, you get booted. This is not your safe space, buddies. Fuck guys.
MAGA doesn't care about a safe place. That's liberal ideology right there.
sure that we're good. You tell me where to go. Like right here?
Ah, Christian.
Is that good?
Yeah, maybe we should go a little bit higher.
Things we can do to just disrupt what
No crean que migración ya...
There's a lot of sensitive people. I know not everyone agrees with this, but if you come here illegally, that is a crime, and I think you should be deported. I get there's dads and... Oh, hi. Great to see you guys. I made some friends. Cool. Got 2 followers now. Yeah, for real. Especially these ones right here. Did you not like me filming you in the corner doing drugs?
What drugs?
I don't even know with you guys, to be honest. Oh. It's the public sidewalk. Don't stand in front of me. You're gonna go moving with me. This is a weird one.
What drugs are you doing?
None, I'm just chilling, watching you fools. mean, you guys are pretty interesting. Keeps me entertained. Oh, he's got their buddy. Oh, Richard joined. There's 3 of them now. They're getting spinny moves with these things. How clever. Careful, you're gonna hit other people. That's not very nice.
I actually don't think I am.
You should step over that blue line and do that.
You should.
Yeah, if they actually step in front of me, they're gonna get moved. I'm not gonna like it. It's assault. Try to keep this entertaining as I can.
Well, they should not.
Yeah, I do like the vibe of the music.
Lock the
These are
road
like the
they
only
are.
2 unchill people here right now. Everyone else is chilling. These communist ones, though. These are the ones that tell me how great North Korea is.
Hey, gente, yo ya me voy, gente. Yo ya me voy. Ya me voy. Voy a ir pasando para el otro lado porque ya me voy ya.
What is your purpose, just out of curiosity? Like, what brings you here, from your perspective? Nothing. So, be weird, bother people. I was giving you a chance to speak. It seems like you have like some attention thing. Want attention? There's plenty of people on here that probably have questions for you if you wanted to answer them. Super shady behavior.
Ya me voy, que hay mucho frío usted. Demasiado frío, ¿eh? Es en la Central Avenue.
Did I do something to bother you?
Avenue de aquí de Charlotte. Charlotte Central Avenue.
Richard coming, but they won't let you guys see those hairy ears right now. Do you take SSRIs? Is that what it is? Some hormone therapy got you angry? If you ever wanted to communicate, we could. I believe everyone should have a dialogue and be allowed to walk down the sidewalk and live in this free country. You guys call us Nazis, but then you try to stop people from walking and talking and having freedom of speech. Thank you. Okay, so I can walk down the sidewalk now? Cool. We're going to do sign language now. Did those lights get brighter? No. Just getting darker earlier. Oh, I guess you guys can't even look at the lights. Dang, that's rough. This one over here is super interesting. I'm pretty sure it's a kid, but they're not going to let me view it. Oh, there it is. It is a kid. Jesus Christ. They got one kid on the front line tonight. That are the kind of people down here. Oh. Oh, if we do it right, we could like do a salsa dance with the umbrella as I'm like dancing around you to film. You don't look like you dance though. No, they let me around the sidewalk. They just stay directly in front of the camera with the umbrella as I do it. Oh, almost ran into a fucking pole. Oh. See, it is kind of like a salsa dance, huh?
Okay, gente, ya me voy, yo me voy.
No freedom of speech with these guys. No freedom of expression. You have to be communist to come down here.
Gracias por todo lo que enviaron el quiere, mi gente.
There's a little satanic circle.
Yo me voy ya, gente, es que es tarde ya.
Oh. I was waiting for him to hit me with that umbrella. I'm gonna knock him out.
Gracias, gente. Ahí estoy siguiendo la mayoría de la gente ahorita en Sevilla. Oh.
Like little fucking kids. We got this one over here. Oh, careful of the pole.
Aquí nos quedamos con la duda de quién es Brenda usted.
Richard.
¿Quién será? gracias, gente. Gracias a todos por los regalitos. Yo también me voy a ir, gente. Mañana a las 5:30 voy a hacer en vivo.
Oh, another pole, careful.
Va a haber una protesta. Mañana va a haber una protesta a las 5:30 de la tarde. Entonces, pues vamos a tratar de estar ahí. Recomiendo a otro que esté transmitiendo. La verdad, no sé si habrá otra persona transmitiendo ahí. Pero cuando uno graba el carro y todo eso así, a veces le bajan el envío a uno, entonces no
trying to read that sign for you guys, but
está cerca de los carros.
not allowed to read shit around here.
No, la policía está allá, miren, allá está la policía. Allá están los carros. Allá está la policía. Ahí está. Es que aquí la policía está apoyando a esta gente. Solo a los que andan así como quemando llantas y todo eso.
Are you fresh out of boot
sí,
camp?
Hay otros policías en las partes de allá, miren, que nomás lo están esperando, pues. O sea, es que no está bien hacer eso. Entonces ya cuando pasa eso, pues ya no me gusta ni estar también acá porque...
Yeah, this is why you need to reopen the asylums.
¿Entienden?
You need fathers back in parents' lives. Oh, I missed the pole again. Again, smart. I'll help you with the Antifa boot camp. Start with the poles. Dodge the poles. There's some poles over here. Careful of those. Oh, there we go.
See you all later.
Así es la cosa, así que ahí nos vemos, yo me voy ya. Si no, pues me voy grabando aquí en lo que voy.